Yo, guys, what's going on? This is Fears, and welcome back to the Fears podcast. I got a very exciting guest. That's right. Last time, Randall interviewed me with 50 questions, so I thought it was only right that I interviewed him. And as always, Randall was always late. Every single time we want to do a live stream, I always have to be on time, but Randy's always late. Always. Every single time. So now I have to wait, wait. And he said he was going to send me a link, or he was going to be in here at any time. I sent him a link. I don't know. I just don't know. Randall, hurry it up. Hurry it up. Richie says, hey, Fears, what's going on? Wait a minute. Wait, what's going on here? Hang on. Wait a minute. Right. Oh, there it is. Oh, hey, Randall, I'm sorry. You heard me. You didn't hear me say that. I'm sorry, Randall. I'm sorry. Forgive me, Randall. I'm sorry.
I ain't forgiving shit.
Randall, are you emotionally bereft right now?
Yeah.
No, I'm just joking. Me and Randall were playing a funny on you. So, Randall, welcome to the Fears podcast.
No, Fears was just being an asshole. Being an asshole.
No. I was just joking around. Anyway, Randall, how was your day today?
I was in there. I heard everything you said, Fears.
No.
Better watch your back, man.
Randall, I'm joking. You know I love you, buddy. Randall, Richie says hello, Fears. Well, shout out to Richie. Richie, you got to throw some love to Lord Randall. Randall, when did you become a lord?
Well, I saw this ad on Craigslist, and it said you can purchase a square foot of land in Scotland.
Really?
And
Wow.
if you become a landowner in Scotland, you automatically become a Scottish lord. So I snatched up that foot. I got the foot that I got the square footage that Sean Connery stood in.
Mm-hmm. Wow.
And then I became a Scottish lord. Yeah.
I gotta say, I thought there'd be more to it than that. But before we started,
What do you mean, man?
I don't know. I just thought there'd be more to it, but I guess not, So anyway,
Better watch our back, Fizz.
Well, I wanted to get that question out before we started the actual question. So, Randall, before we start your interview, how do you think my interview went yesterday? I tried to answer open and honest and direct. I know I went a little long on some questions, but like all kidding aside, how did I do on your questions yesterday? What does that mean? I did okay, or
you were somewhat honest.
No. I tried to answer honestly. I'm being dead honest, Randall. I'm being serious. Like I wanted to answer open and honestly. And
you dodged a lot of them. You said they were redundant when they weren't redundant. Son of a gun, Fears. Son of a gun.
Randall, I'm being open and honest. Like some of them, they felt redundant.
They weren't redundant.
But I answered every single one of them. I think open and honestly. You don't think I was answering them honestly?
I'm just kidding.
Oh, I was like, I thought they were open and honestly, but yeah. No, some of them did feel redundant, but I was like, well, I said I'll answer them as honestly as I possibly can. So I thought it was only right. I said, hey, Randall, I said, when I get done with all my work stuff today, because speaking of that, Randall,
yeah, and you said you wrote 10 pages today. That's cool. I applaud you.
I didn't write 10 pages. I didn't want to be a fibber, but no.
Fibonacci sequence.
No, you were asking about it off camera, so I just thought I would answer. So I spent about I got home. I got home from the corporate office at about 5. So I've been home. I've been home since 5, but I was there at the corporate office from about 10:30, 11 till about 5. So good news. I talked to my boss, and he said, "I'm sorry that it's been taking forever." And I said, "That's okay." And he said, "Fears," he goes, "I want to let you know," he goes, "I'm not trying to screw you over." He's like, "Just we've got a lot of stuff going on." And I said, "I understand." I said, "I just, I need to get back to work."
Yeah.
That's the honest to God truth. And I said, and he goes, "I know, Fears." And I told him, I said, things have been kind of rough right now with my dad. And he asked about my dad, no joke. And I said, he's got his good days, he's got his bad days. But I said, I promised my mom and my dad, I said that I would put more effort into finding a job. And I said, I appreciate my mom and my dad like helping me, but I said it's time that I do it. So I said, if I have to get a second job, I will. I said that's why I've been just applying. But I said, if you could get me back to work as soon as I can. So he found me something, and this one pays a little bit more. And I'm just waiting to do a background check because on certain security jobs, you have to do a background check. Like the more higher the security job, you know what I'm saying? And that's the honest to God truth. So we talked about it for a long time. I had to wait like a while because there was other people in front of me, so I had to wait about 2.5 hours, and then I finally got to talk to him. So I'm hoping, I really hope by Monday. I hope my background check is all done by then, because he said, well, he'll let you know, Fears, that a background check takes at least a day or two.
Yeah.
And I was like, ASAP, please. So that's the honest to God truth, because I know if you didn't ask about it, Randall, I knew some of the fans were going to ask about it. So that's the honest to God truth. I talked to him. He said, Fears, I'm not trying to screw you over. He goes, you've been with us for 3 years. He goes, and I appreciate that loyalty. And I said, thank you. And he goes, I'm sure you're not going to be here forever. And I said, well, I want to work as much as I can, and because I had a long talk with my parents, Randall, like when I was in Missouri. I said, look, you guys have done enough. I said, Mom, you need to worry about Dad. I said, worry about Dad. And I said, I'll do my best. And we also had a big conversation. Remember, Randall, I haven't decided if I'm going to stay or move back yet.
Yeah.
To Missouri. I'd like to stay because my dad was like, look, he's like, don't give up on your dreams. And I said, I'm not giving up. I said, the security works just kind of, shit, it's kind of here and there,
Yeah.
And, but he's like, well, then get out of that then, And I said, I'm trying my best. And so he said, make more of an effort, to do that.
Mm-hmm.
So I've just been applying for jobs like crazy. So, well, unfortunately, I didn't get to apply to much today because I was at the corporate office almost all day, and plus it's an hour and 10 minutes there, and I'm sorry, an hour and 20 minutes there, and an hour and 20 minutes back. So yeah. So I'll keep you updated, but like you said, a lot of things that I'm working on, Randall. What is it what did you say it was? You said a lot of fish on your plate, or is that how you say it, or what was it?
A lot of irons in the fire.
There you go. I couldn't remember how you said it, but
get it straight, Fears.
I'm trying.
Get it straight.
Obi Dog, wow, it's been a long time. Hey, man.
Oh, Jason Cool is talking shit.
No, he's not. Don't start anything, Randall. He wasn't talking shit. He said, evening, gentlemen.
Don't talk shit, Jason, or I'm going to have to put you in your place.
He's not, Randall. He said, evening, gentlemen.
Better not be.
Jason, I apologize. Randy's going nuts. I literally was going to say, hi, how you been, buddy?
But, Chicken Wizard is talking shit.
Oh, damn.
Hey, Randy, great shirt. Really like it.
Wow.
Pixel Protocol is like, what's Randy?
I don't know, Pixel. Your guess is as good as mine.
What's Randy's favorite trick he ever seen?
Oh, damn. That was funny, Randall. No, so I just wanted to update everybody. So my boss literally was like, I appreciate you coming in. He goes, I'm not trying to screw you over. He goes, I can understand your loyalty. He goes, you've been here 3 years.
Yeah.
So he said, give me some time to look. So there was other people ahead of me. So like I said, I had to wait for like 2.5 hours, Randall. But then it's like an hour drive there, an hour drive back. So that's what ate up a lot of time today.
Well, Fears, there are a few people who want to rob a casino. They've got the pretty girl, they've got the hacker, they've got the trapeze artist.
Sounds good.
I am going to be the cool ladies man type guy, distract all the people on the floor. And they need someone who can pose as a security guard. So yeah.
That's right up my alley, Randall. Right up.
The next bringing episode is when I want it to be Obi Dog.
Randall, what if that was the next Braid episode? Like in a couple of days, you're like, hey, Fierce, watch this. And you send me a link. And then all that crazy shit happened in an episode. So that's why
that'd be pretty crazy, man.
So, Randall, that's why I look like this, because I literally got home at like 6. Yeah. And then I called my parents. They were like, hey, how did it go? And I was like, it went all right. And they said, look, and they were like, we're really proud of you for taking more of an effort. And I was like, Mom, Dad, I'm like, you guys have done enough. I said, it sucks, Randall, that I never meant for them to like help me out as much as they have. I said, hey, Mom, Dad, I appreciate it, but I was a little lazy back in the day. I don't know what it was. I was telling the fans this a couple weeks ago. I was like, it just got kind of out of control, like I'm being for real. Like I was like, you know how I am when I get uninspired or I get lazy. It's just I get in that fucking mode, and then it went worse. It went from bad to worse and worse to horrible, But I got a big job interview, next week. So next week, I can't say when next week because I don't want anyone to ruin my chances. But I'm really excited, and no bullshit. The only thing that Fears has to buy, since I've gained a little weight, my suit pants won't fit, so I have to buy some more until I lose the weight. So that's the only.
And you gotta get your Glock 9 swapped out, and
that's it, Randall. No, I'm really excited. Like it's not a security gig. It's in for another job. Really excited. But I told my boss, I was like, like I need work, because in my mind I was like, what if I don't get that job, So like you said, many what's the saying you said? Many things are going on right now, but I appreciate everybody's
many irons in the fire.
Many irons are in the fire, and I'm trying to solve the problem as much as possible. But yeah, so I just thought I would get that out of the way, because Randall asked me off camera. I was like, well, I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell everybody how today went. It wasn't bad, but it wasn't good. He said, just give me a little bit more time. And he said, I think I found you something. He goes, do you mind doing a background check? And I was like, I don't mind. Yeah. And he said, well, it takes a couple of days for that to go through. And I said,
well, Jason Cool says, Fears, when do you get your fucking act together?
That's what I'm trying to do, Randall.
Fucking around all this time.
Randall,
get your shit together.
Randall, and I know he didn't say that. Jason would never say that.
He would never say that?
I don't think he would.
Sure, if he was high, he would probably say it.
Wow, Jason, I don't know what's going on. No, if Jason did say something like that, he would say it in a nicer way, right? I don't think he would be like, hey, Fears, like just the way you said it. But no, I have, Jason, I've looked into some of that stuff, but I have any job that I looked up online that's like $18 or higher, I've been applying like crazy. So yeah.
Obi Dog, I will try to get it out in the next 1 or 2 months.
So
honestly.
anyway, I got home and I was like, "Hey, Randall," I said, "I haven't got any topics for today." I said I've been kind of busy at my corporate office pretty much all day. I said that's the honest to God truth. That's why I kind of dressed up a little bit, and I literally like before I got a shower, I was like, "Well," I said, I already look really nice." So I said, "Why don't I just do a stream?" And Randy's like, "What do you want to do?" And I was like, "I don't know." I'm like, I don't even have. I said that hasn't been on my mind. I said, figuring out my job situation has been on my mind. And I said, "Do you just?" I said, "How about I just ask you 50 questions?" And he was like, I can do that." So Randall, because I've been so busy today, I came up with some in my head, and then I have the others. I typed up a few, not all of them though.
Jason Cool is blocking me now. He says, "That's it, Randall. You're gone.
I told you, Randall.
You're
strike,
gone.
strike two. You're gone. You're gone.
You can't delete me from my own stream, man."
You know what? I mean, I'll give Jason I'll give Jason that. Jason's always been a funny guy, and
Yeah.
then for him to for him to recreate a Fears quote, that's pretty good.
A fearsism.
A Fearsism. I wish it wasn't a Fearsism, but I have said that's it. You're gone quite a few times. So yeah. Well, shout out to Jason. Shout out to Obi Dog. It's great to see Obi Dog again, man. It's been quite a long time. Good to see you, my friend. Before I start, Obi Dog, where have you been? It's great to see you again. It's been a minute. It's been a while. Chicken Wizard says, Randy, back at it again with that great shirt. It is a nice shirt, Randy. Pixel says, what's Randy's favorite trick he's ever seen? That's a good one. I may ask that one. Pixel, that's a really good one. Yeah. And Jason's right, man. Randall, because of the COVID and stuff, I don't have COVID, but there's a lot more. Like whenever I've been applying, seems like there's a lot more job opportunities out there. Wouldn't you say? That wouldn't be open if the COVID thing wasn't a thing. So
Yeah.
I really have been looking out for those opportunities, Jason. I really have. Obi Dog said, why did you have to go to the corporate office? Normally they just do that over the phone. Well, you would think, Obi Dog, right? No, anytime I've gotten reassigned after a temporary job is done, I'll give you the 10-second version, Obi Dog. They're in security. There's jobs called floater jobs where they're like, we just need you for 8 months. We need you for 10 months. And then once that job's done, then they're like, yep, come on in. We'll get you we'll get you a new gig. And I'm like, okay, cool. And then there's other ones that are permanent. I thought I had a permanent. And when I talked to my boss, he's like, "Oh no. I could have sworn I told you." This is basically in a nutshell. He said, "I could have sworn I told you that it was a temporary gig and it was only going to last like 6 to 8 months." And I was like, "Nope." And he goes, "Oh shit, Fears." He goes, "Then I apologize, and I thought I told you." That's the honest to God truth. And he's like, "Well, my bad." He's like, "Come on in." And it's taken him. That's the only thing I hate about reassignments, Randall. Sometimes it takes him a day or two to find me a new gig. Other times it's taken him like the longest. Sam used to work at this security gig, and he went, Fears, it sucks. He goes, the longest they made me wait one time was 6 weeks. And I was like, I can't afford to wait that long. Like I said, I want to start paying my rent. I should have been paying my rent all the time myself. I said, there's been times where I can pay it all myself. And then there's a few times where I've been like, Mom, Dad, I need your help. I'm like $100 short here, $200 short there. And I don't want to do that anymore. I was like, Fears, it's time to grow up, like get a second job. And that's why I've been applying.
And if you get a second job, Fears, you can buy the Cup of Christ. You can buy the Ghost Trap. You can buy
sure, Randall.
$5 Comic-Con.
Randall, I haven't bought a prop in forever. So I like
you buy a Marshmallow Man. You can buy a Marshmallow Man where a little.
Randall, I knew that was coming up. I love my nerdage. I love my props, but you have to pay the rent.
You need to fucking quit that shit.
No, it's not. No, you don't have to quit. It just is. You have to take care of your responsibilities first, and then once all that stuff's paid for, then you can buy that.
Buying fucking ghost traps. They don't work anyway.
I haven't bought a ghost trap.
I caught 0 ghosts with a ghost trap.
Randall, I haven't bought a ghost trap in ages. I bought one years ago. But no, to make a long story short, Obi Dog is something got mixed up, and he thought that he had already told me that it was a certain thing, and it wasn't, and he felt real bad, and he said, "Well, Fears, we'll try to." Because I could have sworn I told you that it was only like a temporary job, and he goes, "And once that gig is done, that's what I'm saying. That's what the floater jobs are all about.
Yeah.
The floater jobs, you're just floating around to." All right, that gig's done, on to the next gig. All right, that gig's done, on to the next gig. And I said, I want something more permanent. And he said, well, I could have sworn I told you that last gig was a temporary one. And I said, you never told me. And so now he's been trying to find me something the last few days, and I didn't want to wait anymore. So I went to the corporate office. And so.
Did you know?
Hopefully something soon, Randall. That's no lie. That's no lie. Because I was like, Randall, if you didn't ask about it, one of my fans that cares about me was going to ask about it. And I said, I'll just tell him the truth. Like, I have no reason to lie, So that's what's going on. So he said, I think I found you something. You got to do a background check. Do you mind? I said, I don't mind. So either I'll get something, or hopefully next week when I go to that big interview for that $19 an hour job, I really hope I get that one, because that one's really good money. Yeah. Anyway, enough about that. I'm sure something will come around. There it is. And if I have to get a second job, that's what I got to do, because I don't want to give up, Randall. I really don't,
All that is bullshit, Obi Dog. Fears is actually dating 3 hot supermodels.
Oh, okay.
He has to pick between them. One has like huge double D legs, or double D boobs, and then one's got great legs, and then
Randall, I wish Fears had these problems, but no, I don't.
And then another one has no gag reflex. So yeah, there you go.
Randall,
and Fears has to decide which one of these hotties is he gonna supply with the Fears juice.
Listen. When you're like dark mind is a working, I love the dark humor, Randall. just like.
What are you talking about, Fears?
I love your dark humor, just like how Vision's going nuts. Hey, what's going on? Heroes and Villains collectibles. If you have not subscribed to him, check him out on the old YouTubeage. Now he's got a Discord, and at the end,
Heroes and Villains is pissed off at you, dude. Oh man, he so badly wanted to come in yesterday. He called me and he said, "Randy, what is Fears' problem?" And I said, "Heroes, you don't know the half of it. Fears has so much stuff going on."
Can you just cut me some slack tonight, please? Can you just cut me some slack? I sent him the link. It just got too late. So Heroes, I do apologize. So we'll try to get Heroes in tonight, Like he said he was tired. He had to go to bed anyway, So anyway, I have prepared some questions, and some questions I haven't. So Randall, I'm going to open up the questions, and we're going to get to it. But I just wanted to tell everybody that's what's going on with the situation. It's great to see Obi Dog again. So Randall, are you ready?
Yeah.
Okay. So the first question I already have ready. I have prepared. All right. Oh wait, Hero says going live at 9 p.m. for my She-Hulk episode 3 pre-show.
Well, Hulking out.
That's pretty awesome. I hope the 3rd episode is great, man. The next time we hang out, buddy, I gotta catch up, man. I gotta catch up and watch all 3. I've just been kind of figuring out this whole job situation. But
Heroes and Villains, mute that stuff and watch it on subtitles, because I once did a Batwoman live stream, and then one of these assholes in the stream said, "Oh, this is copyright," and they message YouTube, and about a minute after they sent that message, I got fucking cut off. And it said on screen, YouTube says this is copyright. So watch it, Heroes and Villains. Just to let you know.
Here we are.
You want to put your headphones on or something if you're watching on your laptop.
I mean, actually, they've been pretty cool with Heroes and Villains, Randall. I mean, yeah. I know sometimes, they go nuts on me and they go nuts on other people, but they love Heroes and Villains. So there it is.
Well, who doesn't love Heroes and Villains?
He's a pretty great guy. No,
I was talking about Heroes and Villains.
Right, and I said he's a pretty great guy. Hey, what's up, Visions? Good to see you. He says, my body is ready. Hell yeah. But is your,
All right, let's go. First question. Right.
but is your mind ready? So
Yeah, let's go.
anyway, Randall,
First question.
I just wanted to tell everybody that. So
First.
the minute I find some news, I'll tell you. Sound good?
Yeah.
All right. First question. What is it about film? Like when you were young, what was it about film that said, I want to get into film. I want to do something in film. Like, were you inspired by something? Was it a movie that you were inspired by? What was it?
Well, it was either film or sports, and sports bore the shit out of me.
Okay.
Because in a football game, it's like one team is going to win or the other team is going to win. They're going to run down the field with the ball.
Okay.
And then they're going to run back down the other way of the field with the ball. It's so fucking boring. With film, anything can happen.
Well, it's not boring when you actually play the game. I'm just saying, because like there are some like sports that I played a lot as a kid, and there are a lot of
it's boring.
They're a lot more
physically taxing too. So
I'm just saying they're a lot more fun when you play them. But I mean, I know sports isn't for everyone, but
fuck sports.
All right, well there it is. So you decided to go more
because anything can happen in film,
Okay. So you decided to go more in the film, but like, what was it about film? Like, what inspired you? Like to go that way? Were you like, did you watch a movie?
Well, I mean, like, what inspired me to start making films is my mom bought me a camera.
Oh, nice. So I guess that would be the second question. When did she buy you the camera? And like, what was your one of your very first short films that you did?
Around 1993, 94. And I had Ninja Turtles, and I started making like little short films with my Ninja Turtles and stuff.
Oh, wow. Now, this is a side
question. It wasn't stop motion. It was just like me like going like that.
Yeah, no, I know. We haven't got to the questions yet that I prepared. These are just some ones I'm bouncing off. So the third one was, do you have some of these old films left?
No, those were those were like from 30 years ago.
Because I was like, man, I'm like, you could totally I would love to see the animation Ninja Turtle ones that you made. I'm like, that sounds cool.
It was not animation. It was just me like going like that.
Yeah. I've done some of those. Like one of my very first.
Listen, Fears.
I was listening. I'm a little tired. I'm listening. Randall, remember, the fans know that I'm a great interviewer. And you have said that I'm a great interviewer. I come up with great questions. I've got tons of interviews on my Fears Man 26, so I know how to interview someone. I'm listening. One of my very first films that I can honestly remember making, it's somewhere, is where I just set up the camera. My brother acted like the bad guy, and I played the cowboy. So he was a villain, and I was a cowboy, and I took him down. So it was a very short film, probably 3 minutes, but that's kind of where it started with me. But it really started a lot with good old Grandpa Fears giving me the video camera, saying, "Hey, Fears, help me." He didn't say Fears. He called me Johnny, which is my real name, Johnny. He was like, "Hey, Johnny, come and help me shoot."
Don't tell everybody your real name, dude. Start calling you all the time.
Randall, they always call me anyway. Doesn't matter.
Oh, okay.
Randall, that ship has sailed. I'm sorry. There's nothing else I can do. They call me anyway. They already know that my name's Johnny already, so it doesn't matter. Yeah. But that's what started with me. My Grandpa Fears was like, he had me help shoot some of the family videos. So that's kind of where it started with me. So yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, it sucks, man. I wish you would have had some of those old Ninja Turtle videos that you could re-upload, man. That would have been cool to see. Like the first, creations of Randall. All right, Randall. Fourth question. How it's kind of a multi-question. How did Cameo Man become a thing? Why did Cameo Man become a thing? And where did you get the idea from Cameo Man? All three of those. So that's 4, 5, 6.
Yeah. Well, I remember it. It happened around 1992 when Batman Returns came out,
Okay.
and I was watching my VHS of Batman Returns,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought, how cool would it be to like go in the movie and just go in and change shit around and tell Batman how everything's going to end so he could just end it really quickly. And, like instead of Robin, I could be a superhero and like, I could replace Robin and I could be, in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
So I thought, like, yeah, I'll have like a character who's like a superhero who can like go into movies and shit.
Okay. So that was the idea. And then the next one was how? Like, how did it come about? Oh no, you already said how. Like, why did it come about? And the other one was like the first creations of it. So why did you want to create?
Because everybody, like all my friends, had their own superheroes, so I wanted my own superhero.
You kind of have the idea, like Fierce Man, like like when you're young. I really watched a lot of superhero stuff. Like I remember, I almost hurt myself as a kid. I remember putting a bath towel around my neck, jumping off the stairs and landing on the couch. Thank God I landed on the couch.
Yeah.
Because if I would have landed on the floor, it would have been bad. All right. So Randall, now I'm going to go to the go-to questions. So the seventh one is the actual first one that I have prepared. I'll be honest. I'm not going to lie to the fans. I wrote some of these, Randall, and I did grab some of them off the internet because I'm sure you grabbed some of those deep questions off the internet. And
no, I did not. I made all those up myself.
Hey, well, that's good, man. That's good. Well, good on you. I got to say, Randall.
That's why some of them were redundant fears.
Listen. I wrote them the best way I could, Randall. I mean, I answered them the best way I could. So yeah. But yeah, shout out to Heroes and Collectibles. All right. So Randall, the first one is are you living a meaningful life? That's number 7. That's number 7.
I always said the meaning of my life is to bring as many smiles to the universe as possible.
Yeah, I mean,
that's the meaning of my life.
Yeah. Well, like, remember, like when you asked me last night, and I said I'm still trying to find out my purpose. And I said I would like to think that it's something in film, and I'd like to think it's making people laugh. But I said that could just be, a passion of mine. And I said maybe it's something else, but I would. It's not just you and me. I think everybody works on the meaning of their life. But the question was, are you living a meaningful life? And I would think that's a yes. So
yeah.
All right, that was number 7. Number 8. What's one thing you cannot live without? Like you cannot live without this thing. One thing that you cannot live without. Oh, the Red Bulls. The Z Red Bulls. I'll be honest, Randall. I cannot live without this glorious thing. They have a bean. They found a bean, and they're like, I wonder if I put water through it. I wonder what would happen. It's called Z Coffee. Z Coffee. I
cannot live without energy drinks.
I'll be honest, Randall. Like when I go to England, though, I love British tea. I've tried American tea. It's just crap, garbage. Crap, garbage. But yeah. Anyone that's had British tea, put in the chat if they've done it. So yeah. What are we up to?
Jason Cool says British tea sucks.
Wow. Randall, why are you going nuts?
Damn, I just can't believe you said that, Jason. That's nuts.
Why are you going nuts on Jason? I swear.
Who else am I going to go nuts on?
But I felt bad because I'm like, I was about to say, hey, Jason, how are you doing? How things are.
And you can still say that. Yeah.
I mean, well, you just laced into him. And I was like, damn, I want Jason to stay.
I'm just kidding. We love you, Jason.
We do. Jason's a good guy.
We love Jason. We love Freddie. We love Michael.
Michael's the best. Michael's the best.
Michael's the best. See, Jason.
We like Michael Myers is the best. We love Visions. Vision says, "Have you ever had tea nuts?" I can honestly say I've never had tea nuts. I don't know what that is. Visions. Randall,
Fears has had tea bags before. Yeah.
that's disgusting, Randall. That's very disgusting. All right, let's move on to question 8. I think Visions is pulling our chain. Some more of that dark humor that Fears loves. No, Randall, did you real quick? Well, I guess this could be number 8. Randall, wait, are we on number 8? Yeah, we're on number 8. Did you see all the cool stuff that Visions got? I mean, I showed you the playing cards. Man, it was so cool. So
Yeah.
I cannot wait until.
Thank you, Visions. I
There you are.
appreciate it.
And those cards were made in Belgium, Randall. Now he didn't he said he found them at a flea market, but I gotta say, pretty cool cards. I opened them up.
You know, Belgium is actually where French fries are from.
Nice.
Yeah. I guessed Ireland.
I gotta say,
like they have a bunch of potatoes.
I gotta say, Vision's outdone himself. The memes just keep getting better and better. Randall, I shit a brick when I saw that. Be patient. I have Crohn's. Sure. I'm wearing that on the big live stream that me and Sam are doing. We're going to continue playing. I'm going to take a break from applying for jobs. I don't know if you heard, but Sam got really hurt at work. He fell off. He fell off of something. Sam called me and he FaceTimed me. Tons of scars all over his elbow, cuts and bruises. And then he got tons of cuts and bruises on his leg, and he got a mini concussion. And I was like, is it bad? Do you have to go to the hospital? And he said, it's not bad. But he said it really like knocked the wind out of me. He said my sister's coming over to help take care of me. And I said, well, hey, man, I said, I'm still looking for a better job. And I said, I can take a break. And he goes, well, aren't we going to live stream it up? And I said, oh, yeah, we're still going to do that. And he's like, come over Friday, man. Keep me company. He goes, because I got the next 3 days off. And I was like, oh, man. So I'm like, it must have hurt. So my prayers are going out to Sam, too. So that sucks, man. So, but I'm going to wear on camera the Be Patient, I Have Crohn's shirt. So everyone will see that on Friday. So Visions, you are the fucking man, dude. You are the fucking man. Vision says, Randy, are you going to the gaming stream? Right? Yeah, Randy, do you want to come on Friday, or have you got something going on?
No.
You don't want to come?
No.
All right. Well, me and Sam always throw the invite out there for you, so it is what it is. All right, number 9. Here we go. All right. Randall, is it ever acceptable? I'm sorry. Hang on. What do you want your final words to be? Like, whenever it's time for you to go, what are those final words that you want to say? Now that one I grabbed off the internet. I was trying to find some good, funny questions like you did, and then I tried to find some meaningful questions like you did yesterday.
Well, hopefully I won't have any final words. Hopefully I'll make it to the next life. And I'll never have any final words.
Well, you can still make it to the next life, but everyone has some type of words, before they go.
Oh shit!
Really? No, I'm being honest. Like whenever you go, like what do you think? Like your last words will be?
Goodbye, world.
All right, sounds good to me.
Yeah.
I'll be honest. Like whenever Fears goes, I'll probably just give all my friends and family like a hug and be like, you guys are the best. And, I did the best I could with the time I had. And, I'll see you guys soon. Or, something like that. I keep it nice, short, and sweet to the point. All right, number 9. All right. What inspires you the most? Like, what's the one thing that inspires you the most?
Scripts.
I would agree with that. I mean, not only do you make money off of Fiverr, Randall, doing that, but but sometimes Randall just is like Fears. I'm really excited. Like I was watching Kenobi the other night. I'm gonna write my own episode. And I'm like, fuck yeah, Randall.
Yep.
So yeah. Oh, Randall. By the way, did you have any luck with the Fears Man thing? I know you were having trouble with that. That program.
No, I did not.
Okay. Well, just keep me updated. Because because like I said, if we have to and not use that program again, we can always use, the other program that I was telling you about. So it would be a little harder to do, but we got to keep up with the times, my friend. You know what I'm saying? All right, number 10. Number 10. All right, here we go.
You did number 9 twice.
Did I? Randall, I'm tired. I'm sorry. All right, well then I guess we're on since I did
No, we're on 10. We're on 10.
All right, sorry. Just keep track, Randall. I'm a little tired. Literally, I was at that corporate office for hours, so I'm a little tired. And I took a nap. I should have taken guys, Fears in his naps. I love my naps. Randall's like, "Hey, Fears, do you mind if I eat dinner?" And I was like, "That's fine, because I'm going to eat dinner after the, after the live stream." And I just dozed off to sleep, had a little nap. Mm-hmm. And when I woke up, I was like, "Randall, I'm going to use the restroom and then pound down a coffee." And now I'm kind of sleepy, so I pounded. All right. You said number 10, right?
Yeah.
All right, number 10. Name the 5 most beautiful things in the world and why.
Women, because they're awesome.
That's true.
Movies, art, comic books, and Lamborghini Diablos.
Oh, now I've seen them. I've never drove them though. Always wanted to though.
Yeah.
Have you ever drove one, Randall? That's number 11.
No, never drove one.
All right. Well, number 12.
Never drove a Lamborghini Diablo.
All right. Yeah, number 12. Here we go. Like I said, I'm gonna think of some off the bat, and then I've got some deep questions that I've pulled off the internet. Okay, here we go. Number 12. What makes you feel most empowered?
Publishing a book. I'll tell you, when you publish a book, you feel
awesome.
Like, yeah.
That is awesome. I can hear the words of Mercenary Man in my ear. Fears, fucking write your book.
Yeah.
When
you, and especially when you got one in your hands that you can hold. Oh my fucking God.
I'm sorry, Randall.
That's one of the best feelings in the world.
My phone was going off, Randall. I had to check it.
When you get your own book published, Fears, you'll see. You'll see. You'll be like, yeah, man, I'm the fucking man. I got my book published.
Well, Randall, I'm not gonna give anyone any excuses. I just haven't been inspired to write.
That's not a good excuse.
No, it isn't. But it's the truth. I just have not been inspired to write, and I'd like to get back to it at some point. Just a lot of stuff going on in Fears' life right now. All right, number 13. Do you trust anyone with your life?
Yeah, you, my mom, my friend Dan.
Well, I appreciate that, buddy. Yeah, I do try to be a good friend, and I would never let you down when it came to that. Yeah. And I know I could depend on you to, with my life and stuff. So I appreciate you saying that. All right, number 14. So we're moving right along. All right. Let's see. Do you believe in true love? And if you do, what's your definition of true love? So 14 and 15. So 14 is, do you believe in true love? And if you do, what's your definition of true love?
Yeah, I believe in true love. True love is when you find that person and you both line up.
Mm-hmm. I would agree with that.
Like when you find a compatible person, like somebody who likes everything that you like, somebody you're attracted to.
Mm-hmm.
Physically and emotionally. There's very few people like that in the world, and some people you just vibe with and gel with, and other people you don't.
Also, I want to give a personal shout out to my buddy Heroes and Villains. I'm always trying to promote my friends stuff. If it's not Visions at exhumvisions.com, check him out. Heroes and Villains has got a big live stream. He's watching the 3rd episode of She-Hulk tonight at 9. It's 8:40 right now, so if you want to jump back and forth from watching She-Hulk to Fears and Randy's interview. Go for it. There we are. All right. Number 16, Randall. Number 16. All right. How do you think the world will change in 10 years?
More depraved.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Number 16.
It's actually going pretty bad right now.
Well, I mean, the world isn't perfect, Randall. So, like I always hope for better and better and better change. As the years go by,
people are gonna get more fucking nuts, more moral. There's gonna be more crime. Yeah,
it's sad, but Randall's true. Number 16. What is something you are certain you'll never experience in life?
Doing it with Amy Jo Johnson.
Sadly, yes, Randall. Yeah. Listen, Fears.
You never know.
You never know.
But I highly doubt it.
And I highly doubt that Nev Campbell will say yes. Will say yes. She'll say no, or we'll never meet. So, all right. Number 17. All right, here we go. Let's see. What impression do you think you give when you first meet someone? It doesn't matter if it's a girl or a guy or whoever. Like when you meet someone for the first time.
I think they think I'm confident.
Okay. All right. Randall,
I do get a lot of props from guys at karaoke because I'll go over to a table of hot women, and everybody in the bar will be, who the fuck is this guy? And I've even had some guys come up to me and go, how do you fucking go up to those women like that and just like bust out a magic trick?
I would say, my dad would give you the same advice I did. He'd be like, Fierce, it doesn't matter if you get denied by a girl or not. He goes, the worst thing that they can say is no. My dad's like, you'll regret it if you don't go up to that girl and do it. So my dad's like, the worst that a girl can say is no. Yo, Jay, man. He says, hello, Fears and Randy. Hope you're both doing well. Randall, the magical vandal. Hell yeah, Pixel. Right on. Randall, which question are we on? I'm so tired. I'm sorry. Are we on
17?
8? We're on 17, or are we going into 8?
We're on 17.
Okay, 17. Here we go. 17. What's one responsibility you do the most every day?
Right.
That's good. All right.
And like my trick is, here's my trick, Fears.
Mm-hmm.
Even if you only do one fucking sentence, do that one sentence.
Oh, by the way, I'm sorry. This is the Christmas mug. All the other mugs are
nobody gives a shit about that.
We're in the dishwasher right now. Well, I thought someone would say something, Randall, so I apologize.
But yeah, the thing is like, take small steps, baby steps. And if all you can do is write one sentence, go and write that fucking sentence.
I hear you, buddy. That is true.
That is my advice to you, Fears.
I appreciate that, Randall. And I know you want me to write. It's not the most important thing right now. Randall, do you hear it storming? So if the internet cuts out, I'm sorry. So last night it was storming at Randall's side, and I just heard it started to pour down. So yeah. So if it cuts out, I'm sorry.
That's my advice. If you can only do a sentence, just do a sentence, Fears.
Right. Number 18. How do you keep yourself refreshed and recharged?
Hot showers.
Some of the best ideas, Randall, I've gotten from either a dream, like I got like either a dream or a shower. I kid, like when I woke up from that one dream, even though it was like kind of a nightmare, I was like, man, that would make a good short film or a good story. Like I was like, dude, that's a great fucking like story, man. I'm like, and then me and my friend Ethereal shot that, and I was like having a lot of fun. I was like, dude, this would make a great book too. And there it is. So I totally agree with that. All right, number 19. What's something that really offends you that other people do?
Fucking ugly people in women's magazine.
Okay.
Like, I used to really like fashion magazines because they had tons of hot women in them, you know. But now, like in even like the really good fashion magazines like Allure and Vogue, they've got women who look like fucking Jabba the Hutt with one tooth.
Damn.
And I'm like, that's not beautiful. That will never be beautiful. You need to cut that shit out.
Okay.
And yeah.
19. I'm so tired.
Jabba the Hutt with one tooth. Yeah, that's not beautiful. It's never gonna be beautiful.
Are we on
You need
19?
it. We're on 19.
Okay, right off. Just keep the number in your head. I'm so tired. I wish I wouldn't have took that nap before I did this. Sorry, 19. What part of your culture are you most proud of? Oh shit.
You know, I'm gonna be honest, Fears. I don't really know what culture is.
Like,
don't know.
like your background, like what, like you're like from like where you're like my family. I know where my dad's side of the family's from, and then my mom's side of the family's from England.
Yeah, culture is one of those words that I think has different meanings for different people.
All right, I'll skip that one. All right, number 19. What makes you the most angry? Like, what's one thing that someone can do that will like enrage you? I took that question off.
Most angry.
Yeah, that was and I didn't make that one up, Randall. That was one that I'm looking at. That also,
I'll tell you, the most angry I've been in the last 6 months.
Mm-hmm.
I went to karaoke and I started talking to this woman and I tried to be as nice as fucking possible.
Oh, I remember.
And she was just being a total fucking cunt.
I remember this story. Yeah.
She was being like, I was trying to be nice. I was trying to say nice things to her. I was trying to cheer her up. And she was just being the worst whoever that person is the worst person on the planet.
I remember this story. I remember Randall told me this story, and I was like, wow.
I was like, oh my God. Yeah. I am trying to be totally nice to this woman. And I even said, like, halfway through the conversation, I go, you're being kind of mean. And I tried to walk away, and she grabbed me by my $60 vest and pulled me back for that shit. I was like, I don't want to talk to you. So I left.
I'll be honest, Randall, I remember when you told me this story.
I tried to walk away. I tried to leave. I was like, okay, this isn't going anywhere. I'm going. And she grabbed me by my $60 vest that my boss had gotten me.
Yeah, and I was like, you know what? I was like, when Randy told me the story, I was like, well, Randy, good on you for walking away. And then I remember Randy's like,
and then I went to sing up to
like you would, like she wouldn't stop. And I was like, well, at least Randall tried to walk away. And this girl was determined to piss Randall off. And I said,
and I went up to sing karaoke, and she got on stage as I was singing, started talking shit to me. And I was like, I walked away from you. Why are you still talking to me?
Well, I guess the answer to that is
that woman is what makes me
that woman or rude people. So yeah. So now that was actually
who's Elliot Rodger?
Randy giving Elliot Rodger vibes tonight. I don't know who that is either. All right, Randall, 20. When you were a kid, what was your favorite toy of all time? Mine was Ghostbusters.
Ninja Turtles.
Hell yeah. All right, 21. Randall, what is your fondest college memory?
Fondest college memory.
It can be one with me or just one by yourself. Just overall, your favorite. If you can't think of your favorite, just one of your favorite college memories. Because I wanted to put some fun questions in here because you had some fun questions in there last night.
Favorite college memory. I was actually known as the ninja when I was in animation department.
Okay.
Because I would always be popping up places where people didn't expect me.
Now this is a new story. Me and Randall went to college together. I have not heard this story, so
that's because this was in animation step when I was in animation.
That's right, because you switched over to film. So this is
So there was one time where my friends were talking and their car door was open, and I slipped in the back, and And they got in the car and they were like, "Hey man, do you think we should go to McDonald's?" I was like, "Yeah, we should totally go to McDonald's." And they looked back at me and they're like, "How the fuck did you get in there?"
So I
And I
guess
was like,
your favorite moment would be being a ninja all the time, every day, all day.
"Yeah."
Hell yeah. All right.
Randy, are you a fan of the philosopher Jordan Peterson?
You know what? That's number 22. Let's take Obi Dog's question. That's number 22. Go ahead.
I like Jordan Peterson. Yeah, I think he's got a lot of good ideas. Yeah.
Okay. 23. Let's go back to the questions. What is important to you? What are your core values? So that's 2. So that is 23 and 24.
Magic.
So that's important to you. And then 24 is what are Randall's core values?
Fun, number 1.
Okay.
Comfort, entertainment,
Okay.
humor,
Okay.
and faith.
Hell yeah. All right. 25. Imagine yourself the day you'll die, looking back at your life. How do you want it to look like? What souvenirs are you looking at? I'm sorry. What I'm sorry, I misread it. What does your life look like? Like you're about ready to die and you look back at your life.
If I was about to die right now, or
it just says, imagine yourself the day you'll die, looking back at your life. How does your life look like?
if I were to die right now, yeah, I would think I would not have any regrets. I would think I did the best I could. Did the best I could with what I had. You know, life didn't give me a particularly good hand, but I played that hand the best of my ability.
Well, like I said last night when I answered a question similar to like this rant, so I'm like,
Yeah.
my life is. I answered it similar to Randall. I said everybody, not just me, everybody's life is like a roller coaster. You have these incredible highs, and then you have some incredible lows. Like right now, I've had some lows because of the job situation. I'm still trying to figure out my life. I know what I want to do with my life. It's just hard to get there, you know?
Mhm.
And I said, I need to take my, I need to stop. I guess in a way, I need to take my thumb out of my mouth and quit being a baby and always running off to mom and dad. And I said, Mom, Dad, Mom, I want you to focus on Dad. I said, I should have been paying my rent all the time by myself. I said, it's time to grow up. My mom's like, John, we love you. We'll always help you, but you are right. And I said, I never meant for it to get that bad because most of the time I do pay my own rent. But every once in a moon, I've been like, Mom, I'm $200 short. And I'm willing to admit that, not even lying. No bullshit. Because I've had some good jobs and I've had some horrible jobs. So, I think you can relate, Randall, if you know where I'm going.
Well, here is the thing, Fears, and this is what. If you're going to ask me this question, I'll just answer it right now.
No.
Life is a casino. All right. Nobody is guaranteed success. And even the people who are like super smart, super genius people, they do not have life figured out either. Because Steven Spielberg has made a lot of good films. He's won a lot of Oscars, but he's also made some shit films. He's made Jurassic Park 2. He's made Indiana Jones 4. Same thing with Stephen King. Stephen King has made some shitty books that did anything.
What I was saying was
Lucas.
What I was saying is I wasn't asking you. I was just kind of like adding on to that question, Randall.
Yeah.
So sometimes we have these incredible highs and then we have these incredible lows. And the last couple of weeks, Fears has been on some lows, man, especially with my family stuff. So I'm doing the best I can. But I just wanted to thank you and all my other friends online and offline for all the love and all the prayers and all the blessings. And I know that Fears will get through these rough times and it'll be, back to normal.
Yep.
So yeah, I appreciate it. And I appreciate all my online friends and all my online buddies and all my fans and everything. You guys are great. And like you said, Randall, the other night, I have grown leaps and bounds as a person. Thank God I'm not the old fears that we hated.
Nuclear warhead fears.
I never want nuclear war fears to come back. And I feel like, man, if I would have just listened more back in the day, if I would have just had more patience. But you live and you learn. But Randall, you never gave up on fears, and some of my loyal fans have never gave up on me. And
I think my patience has rubbed off on you a little bit. So,
Randall, leaps and bounds has it. Oh yeah, for sure. You know, and like Eric's never gave up on me. He's like, Fears, he goes, even though you were kind of crazy back in the day, he goes, when you were nice, John Fears, he goes, I've always loved you like a brother, man. He goes, I remember Eric said, he goes, he didn't say this last trip, but I remember the last fun trip, because this last trip was a very serious trip to visit my dad. And I even told Eric, I said, hey, man, if we get a chance to say hi, it'll probably be like for 20 minutes. I can't leave my dad's bedside. I'm telling you, the only time I left my his bedside is he was like, I'm kind of craving some pizza. He's like, you want to go get your
and then when you had to take a shit, you went into the bathroom.
Obviously, Randall, yeah. But if it wasn't to get,
you don't want to take a shit in front of your dad. That'd be
Randall, come on, be serious, man. Be serious. It's my dad, you know what I'm saying? But you know what I'm saying? Like, I only left like whenever, like, I had to get a cup of coffee, or he was like, hey, go get the whole family some food, and then I got some. Yo, Mercenary Man, what's up? Mercenary Man, I'm doing what Randall did last night. I thought it was only fair. He asked me 50 questions, so I'm asking him 50 questions. Some I'm making up, some I'm reading off a list. So good to see you, Mercenary Man. Mercenary Man, I already you were asking about my job stuff. I already said all that stuff at the beginning, so I don't want to go over it again. Watch the beginning of the stream. Randall, what number are we on?
I don't know.
You don't remember?
No.
I think we're on 26.
Yeah.
All right, 26. Let me go back to the list. Back to the list.
Yeah.
Here we go. All right. What are your biggest strengths and your biggest weaknesses?
I don't divulge my weaknesses.
Okay, what are your strengths?
Magic, number one.
Mm-hmm.
Creativity.
And I even told you that. Remember you said, like, what's three?
I am a fucking idea machine.
You are. Remember the question that you asked me yesterday? You said, what's like 3 of your favorites? And the very first one I said was, I love Randall's creativity.
Yeah. Art. I'm a good artist.
You're so creative, Randall.
Yeah.
And Randall's right. If I'm ever stumped, I'm like, Randall, I don't know what the hell we're gonna do in the next scene of Fears, man. Yeah. Or I'm like, how do you want me to act as Cameo Kid in this next scene, or Cody? Because Cody is Cameo Kid. And Randall will just be like, Fears, do it like this. I got this vision, Cody and Ray blast through the door, and I'm like, man, he is pumping out these ideas, All right, 27. Is there anything you worry about?
Again, I don't divulge stuff like that. Like that's for like close friends' private conversation.
I got it.
I don't reveal my my fears, my weaknesses, for fear that they will be used against me.
That's smart.
Yeah.
I wish I would have thought that.
I would tell you the same thing, Fears.
Yeah. Well, it's a little bit too late, Randall. I've already divulged not all.
Because I mean, if you say, "Oh man, the fucking thing I hate the most is cats," well, then guess what? Your enemies are gonna send you fucking cat videos and cat plush toys, and
that's true.
Cat memes. Again, and they're gonna be like, "Hey, fucking cats," and they're gonna send Randall, the DVD of cats to your house.
And that's all true. And Randall, I'll be honest, like I've been trying to take your advice and Mercenary Man's. Like literally, Mercenary Man will call me on my shit. He's like, Fears, why'd you even bring up their name? Just don't bring up their name. So I've really been trying not to bring up their name.
Because Idris Elba played Bloodsport in The Suicide Squad, and he said something really interesting. He's like, I never fucking divulge my weaknesses. You never divulge your liabilities. Never.
All right, number 28. What is it that that you are deeply passionate about? Like you can I guess this question is,
I think you already know the answer.
like one deep passion. If you can only do like one deep passion, I would
Just one.
I would say, I guess your one writing. That's what you're deeply passionate.
I would say magic.
Well, that was my next guess. That was my next. So magic. Okay, 29. Um. Now this is kind of a retro question, Randall. I threw this one in. I wrote this one. What did you experience first? VHS or a Walkman? Like, putting the tape in, listening. What came first in Randall?
VHS.
Okay, I was gonna ask. I was like, what came first in Randall's life? All right. Now I'm gonna make up a question, Randall. This is number 30. So we're moving right along. So already we're moving right along because Randall, unlike Fears, Randall, I feel like I have to apologize. I tried to go as quickly as as possible.
You're good. You're good.
But some questions that you asked me last night, it was real deep. Yeah. So I had to, have a better, All right. So 30. Since we are friends, I'm going to ask this. What is your favorite moment of all time that you and me have experienced together as buddies? One epic moment. Because I've got a couple. I mean, there's been a lot of great times, and I cherish each one of them.
I gotta say, I really enjoyed the Hogan's Beach Shop.
The what?
The Hulk Hogan's Beach Shop.
Oh yeah, that was a good time. That was a really good time. You know what, Randall? The only thing is with that one is I wish we would have had enough money. Like, remember that guy? Like, I got up on the ring and he was like, "Oh, you can stand by it. You just can't get in it." And I was like, "Really?" And he's like, "Well, he goes, if you pay me some money, you can go nuts and you can film whatever you want." And I was like, "Man, I wanted Randall to body slam me. Like I wanted to like bounce off the ring, Randall. And I wanted you to put your arm out, and I wanted to like body slam myself, like like a clothesliner."
Yeah.
He's like, "You can do that. You just got to pay me like an extra $20." And I was like, "I don't want to do that." But he did let me stand. Remember, he let me stand on top of it, like out of the ring, for the vlog.
Yeah.
So that was a good time. That was, and I'll be honest, like there was some really cool like memorabilia that Hulk Hogan had signed in there, and he even said Hulk Hogan owns 2 shops in Florida. Mm-hmm. He said he's more likely to go to the one closer to his house because he lives in Clearwater. He said, but every once in a while you'll see him come down to this one in Orlando.
I like our streams when we just talk and I don't have to do shit.
Yeah. Yeah. So do I. I like where we're just bullshitting around talking about movies or.
Yeah.
We're kind of doing that right now. I mean, the only thing you're doing is just answering the questions, but we're kind of bullshitting around.
No, but I mean when we're live, when we're actually together.
Oh yeah, yeah. Like when we're just.
Or you know what? I really like it when we're watching old shitty movies.
Oh yeah. One of the best ones, Randall. You had me in tears when you were talking about that troll guy, that troll guy out of Trolls dancing, and he was like, "Fears, this guy does not know how to dance." And I was just like, "This guy does not."
He looks like an alien taught him how to dance.
That scene was the most. I was like, one of the most random scenes I've ever seen in a movie. I was on the floor dying. You almost killed your best friend. I was dying of laughter, and you can see how much I'm dying in the friggin' short film. I
have to do as little as possible, that's when I'm most happy.
I'm gonna try to answer this one before we go to 30.
Because I really like to I really like being between scripts. When I have time to just do whatever the fuck I want to do.
I'd say some of the best moments we've ever done is when, there's so many good moments, but one of the best ones is you could tell I was really struggling in film school about this one thing. I could not figure it out, and no one offered their help except for you. You were like, "Hey, what are you stuck on?" I was like, "I don't know how to edit this certain thing," and I'm like, I don't remember exactly what I was trying to do. I think, wasn't it something on Photoshop?
Yeah.
And you
were trying to make Fearsman out of Brendan Routh.
Yeah. So I was trying to change like aspects of Brandon's Roth costume into Fierce Man. I remember I cut his face out, but I liked how his hair looked, and I was gonna put my face and keep his hair with the little curl and shit.
Yeah, because it was around 2006, 2007. Because I remember Superman Returns had just come out.
Yeah, and I got really inspired, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna dig through my treasure trove of childhood memories. And I was like, I haven't done anything with Fears Man in a long time.
Yeah, because we were in Photoshop class together.
We were in that one. I remember we were in the audio class together too. Remember
and I remember in Photoshop class, I found a picture of Tia Leone and I gave her like some triple E breasts.
You know, the only thing about that class that I hated is remember that massive fucking hard drive we had?
Yeah.
Accidentally
the fucking G drive. Yeah, I remember that.
Accidentally spilled something on it, and I was only able to save about 50% of
the G drive was so fucking sensitive.
Yeah, and it drove me nuts.
Like, and now, like a drive that's about that big can do everything that fucking hulking drive can
was
do.
That long and like that thick. And I remember I took it up to like remember the little area.
People don't buy G drives. They are piece of shit drives, and they are sensitive as fuck. Everybody's G drive was going down.
Yeah, not just so, but mine went down fast because I was editing a photo, and all of a sudden I remember they had that thing in our school like where they could fix everything, and they're like, "Fierce, what the fuck did you spill on this?" And I was like, I was editing a photo, I was saving it to my G drive, I accidentally spilled.
And Fears like to put vodka, whiskey, and coffee in thermoses, and he would just go around town, you know. Yeah.
No, it was. I think I spilled orange juice on it, and he went, "Fears, there's slim to no hope that I'm going to be able to save everything." And I was like, "How much can you save?" He goes, "I'll try and save as much as possible." And all the epic photos that I created in Photoshop class, he only saved 2. Thank God he saved the one of Fears Man. So that's still up on my Facebook. And then he saved, remember the zombie one I found, Randall, where I found some random guy holding a glass of water and I turned him into a zombie. Remember that? So yeah. But all the other ones, like I had one where I took a photo of me going like that, and then I had like a million zombies chasing me down the street. All those epic Photoshop ones that I made, and I put a lot of time and effort to it, none of the fans have ever seen the light of day because they're lost forever. Yeah. Vision says, when I was in college, I had to buy a 100 G drive. It was 150. Crazy now. I know, right? So what something was like that long, Visions, this is 1 terabyte. Like I save everything to this. So yeah, thank God technology has gotten better. Thank God.
Yeah. It's gotten better, but it's gotten worse in some way.
All right, so now we're on 31, Randall. All right, 31. Let me go back to a question that I had prepared. Let's see. Let me just scroll down. Like I typed some of this up, Randall, but others I found I've added to the list. So, all right, here we go. All right. In your spare time, what are some questions that you pose to yourself?
Well, I've got 5 questions that I ask myself constantly all the fucking time.
Okay.
First question, what do I want? Second question, how do I get it? Third question, what do I have? Fourth question, what do I need? And then fifth question, what is one small step I can take towards my goals? Those are Randy Brown's 5 questions.
Our people mistakes. If we learn, like learn a lot, or sometimes from a fail.
Fears, I think you need to dip out and come back in.
A lot, and I've boy, I've learned a lot of lessons. The initial question is why are
Fears, I think you need to dip out and come back in.
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. Go ahead and say the question again.
Oh, you didn't hear any of that? Okay.
No.
My bad. I think the storms. I have the questions up, so I didn't see the stream. I'll do it again. All right. It says the question is why are humans sometimes afraid to make mistakes? If we learn from our mistakes, I was saying sometimes humans learn more from a mistake or a fail than an easy win. But the question is so if we learn from our mistakes and we learn from a fail, they said, why are humans sometimes afraid to make mistakes?
That's one thing. It's different for every person. I embrace failure. I try to fail often. But there are some people who are afraid of making mistakes. And I watched I'm gonna try to find this for you. I watched a video on writing today, and it said here's how you write a great book, Fears. Here's how you write a great book. You write a shitty book. That's step 1. And then step 2 is you fucking fix it.
Oh man, Randall.
Write a shitty book and then fix it. That's how you write a great book.
So this is one mistake that Fears made. I should not have had that little cat nap before this. I am so tired now.
Yeah.
You would think it would be the reverse, probably because I had such a long day at my corporate office, and it was a lot of sitting around talking with my boss and trying to figure something out.
How do you write a great book, Fears?
Oh,
what are the 2 steps?
You said write a shitty book. Write a shitty book, and then turn that shitty book into a great book.
Write a shitty book and then fix it.
Yeah,
that's how you do it.
All right, 32, right? We're on 32.
Yeah.
All right. Let's see here. If the average human has a lifespan of 40 years, how would you live your life differently?
I would live my life the same because I believe in an afterlife.
I would say that too. Like, yeah, because I believe in that too.
Because I mean, like, having faith that there is an afterlife and that God's going to put everything right really takes the pressure off.
It does.
It
does.
Yeah.
All right. 33. What's one thing you have not done that you really want to do? Like, what's one thing that you've been wanting to do it? So it's been on your bucket list. You just haven't got around to doing it yet.
Having sex on the Great Wall of China.
Are you being for real?
Yeah.
Nice, Rand. Yeah. There you go. Well, hey, you heard it here.
That's one of my big dreams,
Hey, right on. There it is, Randall. That is definitely a bucket list for sure, my friend. All right, 34. Here we go. Moving right along here. All right. So, Randall, what's one of your best high school memories?
Best high school. One thing that I remember from high school, and how like Marty McFly, if somebody calls him chicken, he'll do whatever.
Yeah.
Like back in high school, like if you dared me to do something, I would do it.
I was a little like that too.
Yeah. And like a lot of guys dared me to go talk to women and just say the most fucked up random stuff. And I would just go and I would just say stupid stuff. And the thing about it is like the girls were cool with it. They were like, ha ha, that's funny, Randy.
One of the best memories. So sometimes me, all my good buddies from Missouri,
Yeah.
So we would always sit together. So it was me, Eric, Trent, Trent's girlfriend. Sometimes
it wasn't fucked up stuff. It was like stupid stuff. Like, hey, Randy, go over there and say that.
We would do that.
You're pretty.
We would do that shit too. One of the most funniest times. I swear, I almost died of laughter. I didn't give Trent this dare. I remember one day it was me, Trent, Trent's girlfriend, Eric's girlfriend, I think Tommy was there with us, and Jesse went to a different school, but he was our good friend too. Someone dared Trent just to walk up and grab someone's like sandwich and just totally eat it, and just start nibbling on it. And the way Trent is if he did that, he went and bought someone, another lunch because he felt bad.
Yeah.
But he did it by himself. I remember I sat down and just started eating, and Eric said something like, "Oh, Fierce, like Trent's already gotten up," and I was like, "Oh God," I'm like, "What's he gonna do now?" And he's like, "Oh, just watch," and I was just like, "All right," I'm like, "I just want to eat my lunch," and so I'm like, and he went up and just was like, "Hey, that's a pretty nice sandwich," and then someone's like, "Oh, thanks," and then Trent went, "Gung," and just ate the whole sandwich, and I'm like, and I kind of laughed, but I was like, "Oh shit," I'm like, I can't believe he did that. And then the guy was like, "What the hell, man? That was my lunch." And then Trent's like, "Hey, guess what? Good news." And he literally said, "I'm gonna go buy you lunch right now." And then he went and bought the guy lunch.
Mm.
So that was such a random moment. And I was like, "Trent, what the heck are you doing?" And he's like, "Oh, I like to make everybody laugh." And I was like, "You definitely made me laugh." But I'd say one of the best memories is when, I don't know if I've ever told this story. Me, Eric, Trent, we all had, it was like, I don't know, did you guys ever have like senior prank week? So it was either in junior year or senior year. I think it was senior year. We had the idea to steal our rival school's mascot. And the plan is for me. There we go. Sorry, Randall. There we go. So we were the Fort Vermont West Jaguars, and our rivals were
The Jaguars? What's a Jaguar?
kind of like a tiger type of thing. And
Oh, you mean a Jaguar?
is that how you pronounce it? Whatever.
Not a Jaguar.
Jaguar. So we were the Jaguars, and then it was the South High Bulldogs, and they hated us, and we hated them, right? And like, I don't know whose idea it was, but I fully supported the idea. And someone was like, "Fears, we got to do an epic prank." He goes, South High. Oh, and I was like, "Yeah." I'm like, "They did strike first, man." And I think it was Trent or Eric, but he's like, "We got to find out a way to steal their mascot." I was like, "Oh, if we did." And then I don't know whose idea, but it was someone like, if we took it to our own football game. And I decided to take a break playing football my senior year. I did 3 sports when I was in high school. I did football, wrestling, and track. But my senior year, I just wanted to focus on one and just kind of have more fun because all that stuff took up a lot of time. You know what I'm saying? So I don't think I did I didn't do wrestling or football the last year. I just focused on track the last year. So I had a lot more time to goof off and enjoy my senior year. So we went over to South High, and South High had our senior year. We were just building our did your school have a school store that you could buy t-shirts and merchandise and stuff? Well, we hadn't had one yet, and the only time you could buy t-shirts and stuff was like at the football games or any sporting event. They had a little booth that you could buy stuff. Finally, the school said, "Hey, we're finally going to get one." They built a little like store inside the school. South High already had that, and Trent was like, "Hey, man, if we like disguise ourselves and with like South High t-shirts on, we could just walk around and find out where their school mascot." I said, "Trent, it could be anywhere. We don't know where they keep their mascot." He's like, "Right, Fears." He's like, "But we can't wear like our own t-shirts." So we quickly went into the school and we just wore like normal t-shirts. And I was like, they're like, "Hey," they're like, "You going to the football game?" I was like, "Yeah, we're going to the football game at West, but like I want to buy a new shirt." And they're like, "Oh yeah, cool." They're like, "We're heading over right now." So me and Trent bought shirts and we wore South High shirts all around. And he's like, Fierce, I bet you they keep it like in the locker room or something. And I think it was me, Trent, and Eric. I was with someone else, but we went in and I said, well, what do we do if someone sees us taking it? He goes, we'll just be like, hey, we're going to go wash, we're going to go wash it, because anytime somebody wore those mascots, Randall, they had to be washed. So Trent's like, I bet you they keep it in the locker room, like maybe in the coach's office or something. I said, okay. So we went down. Sure enough, it was in the coach's office in a box. And as we were leaving, I think a janitor caught us, and he was like, hey, are you supposed to be in here? And I just quickly said, yeah. I said, the coach wants us to go get this clean because we're bringing it for the cheerleading squad. We're taking it over to West High. And they were like, okay. So we took it, and I can't remember if it was Eric or Trent, but we successfully stole it, wore it to the football game. It was my idea. I said, we should put a West Jaguar shirt over the mascot. And then we took a magic marker and put, like we wrote on the back of the West Jaguar shirt over the Bulldog. We put Bulldogs suck. And he was just running up and down the field. And our side of the football field was going nuts. They thought it was funny, Randall. Everybody on the Bulldogs side was like, what is going on? Like, they had no idea. And one of the coaches like ran over to try to take the helmet off. And he said, because he was like, oh, well, someone clearly took our thing. So I think it was Trent or Eric. They ran off the field. We raced to my car. And he's like, well, now, Fierce, now we've got to get it back to South High before anyone notices, because tomorrow, I guarantee you, they're going to come over the PA system and said, somebody took it, blah, blah, blah. And so we quickly raced back, put it back in that box in the office, closed the office door, got out of there. Because this was a lot, back in the day where there was not a lot of security cameras and stuff in schools yet, you know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So now there's no way that you could get away with this, because in schools, I guarantee you there's probably security cameras everywhere. And the next day, sure enough, the principal came over and said, I want to congratulate someone for doing the most epic prank in, West history, but also, I'm a little disappointed. He goes, that you definitely took that over the line. And as far as I know, Eric and Trent, nobody ever found out that it was us, but that we pulled off the most legendary prank, or we thought it was the most legendary prank. So yeah, good times. All right, 34, Randall. 34. All right, here we go. Let's see here. Randall, do you know of the website eBombs World from back in the day? Did you ever check out that website?
Yeah.
What was your favorite thing on that website? Mine was all the prank phone calls. What do you? They had a lot of like goofy stuff on there. It was like kind of like pre-YouTube. What do you think?
The dramatic squirrel.
I don't remember. What was that? That's 35. That's question 35.
The squirrel went like, ooh.
Yeah. I kind of remember that. All right, 36, Randall. 36. All right.
What happened to 35, man?
Well, 35 was me asking what the squirrel was all about, All right.
You didn't ask me what the squirrel was all about. The squirrel was a charity worker, and he worked for charity.
So, Randall, this is one I'm making up. I used to take a lot of art classes in middle school and high school and stuff. Did you ever take any art classes back in the day? And can you remember the first piece of art that you created in those classes?
Oh, that's going way back. When I was 3 or 4, Jaws had just came out.
Mm-hmm.
And I did a lot of Jaws themed drawings.
Mm-hmm.
My mom actually still has that drawing.
Oh, the Jaws one?
Yeah.
Right.
And this was from back to 1983, 1984.
Oh, man, I'm so tired. I'm sorry, Randall. I'm trying to keep it together. Oh, I really shouldn't have took that cat nap, guys. That's pretty cool. So what inside the drawing? This is number 36. What was in the Jaws drawing? Like, what did you draw in it?
Just a bunch of sharks and some scuba divers and kelp and stuff. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Nice. All right, 37. I'm gonna pick one from the list. What is your favorite song to sing at karaoke? I had to put that one in there, Randall, since you love karaoke.
Sugar Lumps by Flight of the Conchords.
All right, 38. What word would you say that you use the most? Like in your vocabulary. For me, it's a combination of probably like bung or yeah, dude, or
I would have to say the. I use the a lot.
You do. All right. Number 39. Here we go. When you're getting ready to go somewhere, doesn't matter where you go, how long does it usually take you to get ready?
Depends on the
Randall, this is straight from the internet. Because I'm running out of questions that I came up with.
Yeah, it depends on the decade that we're talking about. Because like 10 years ago, when I went out, I would go all out. I would spend like 2 hours getting ready.
Okay.
You know? But nowadays, I got my Go Box, and my Go Box helps me out a lot. My Go Box is where I put all my magic stuff and my wallet and my keys and my change and my money and stuff. So basically all I have to do is like put my socks on, put my underwear on, put my pants on, shirt.
Well, it probably takes you less than 20 minutes to get ready.
I'd say about 15 minutes nowadays.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, 11 years ago, I would take 2 hours. I would get everything absolutely perfect.
Now, Randall, the 40th question, I've since you're into art and I'm into art, I forgot to ask this, and I was hoping that you would ask this last night to me, but I don't think you ever did. So I was like, oh, I'm going to save that one for Randall's interview tomorrow. Have you ever been in a play? And if you have been in a play, what was the very first play that you were ever in?
I was only in one play, and I played Moses.
Nice. My very first play, I've done a couple of plays. My very first play, I don't remember what the name of the play was, but I think it was like The Meaning of Christmas. And I played.
It was called A Tale of Two Shitties.
Uh-oh. Gosh, the internet is crapola tonight. I was about 5 or 6 years old, and I played one of the three wise men. So yeah. So I was like 5 or 6, and I had this epic beard, like going down to here. So yeah, it was quite the.
Did you have long flowing hippie hair?
I did. They made me wear a wig, and I had a flowing beard and a flowing hippie hair. So it was quite. I think that's where the obsession of hippie hair came from. I don't know. What's one thing that you're nervous about? That's number 41.
Already told you not sharing my liabilities.
That's right. Hang on, I forgot about that, Randall. So let me think of another 41. All right. Let's see.
I think I can answer that one without getting into trouble. Being lazy, really.
I don't want to.
Being lazy is something that really I'm afraid of.
Okay, because I was like, I don't want to ask you any question that will make you feel uncomfortable. Yeah, I would say too. I hate being lazy too. Like whenever it happens, it happens. Like everybody at one part of their life gets lazy. With me, it's depression and laziness. When both of those kick in, oh man, it's bad. You know. Yeah. But I've been trying to not do both of those as much or if any. You know. All right. Number 42. I'm going to ask you one of the questions that you asked me. What's a couple of goals that you're working on right now? I remember you asking me that.
Number one, putting books out.
Okay.
I've got 2 or 3 books that I'm working on right now.
Nice.
Number I'm trying to make. I've actually already made quadruple what I've made in Magic last year, so I'm gonna try to go for quintuple this year.
And I'm very proud of you because Randall, how much did you make last year? That's 43.
$350.
And what's number 40?
I'm up to about $2,000 right now.
Nice.
Tips. Yeah.
All right. So number 45. I think the last 5 or 6 questions, Randall, I've always wanted to ask you these, and I don't think I've ever asked you. You know, remember in Inside the Actors Studio, whenever they would end, they would always ask those questions. So
I thought that was all bullshit. I don't want to do that.
No, I loved all those questions. No, they were so much fun. Like what's your favorite curse word? What's your favorite word? What's your least favorite word? So I'm gonna do some of those if you don't mind. What's your favorite word? That's number 45.
Favorite word, results.
Results. What's your least favorite word? 46. For me, it would be no. For me. My favorite word is, I don't know if I have a favorite word, but no or negativity. I hate those two. You know, I hate those two words.
Poop.
There you go. What sound or noise do you love? Mine, I love when I crack my neck or I crack my back, and it's like an epic, like 3 or 4, like the cracking noise, because it feels so good. I'm like, oh yeah, and then I just crack my neck, and it's like 9 pops in a row.
Yeah, a woman moaning.
What?
A woman moaning.
That's a good one too. All right, what sound or noise do you hate? For me, it was in college. I hated those like people that would wake you up at like 6 or 7 in the morning, and they were like, you just heard like them, you know, the leaf blowers. Like when I lived in the apartment complex, they would always trim like all the bushes, and they would trim the hedges at like 6 or 7 in the morning. And I was like,
babies crying.
Yeah. And I was like, dude, I'm trying to sleep. And it was always like at 7 in the morning. I'm like, couldn't they do this after I got to school and college? But no, they always would do it at like 6 or 7. So any leaf blowers. I hate fucking leaf blowers.
You love leaf blowers. What are you talking about?
Every once in a while, they do the same shit in this apartment complex. So yeah, Randall's internet is. So you said your least favorite noise is babies crying. All right. Favorite curse word?
Fucking.
Mine, it's either you son of a bitch, or I made one up. I'm like, oh, you little bastard, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like when me and Sam were playing video games, like one guy came out of the darkness and was hitting me, and I was like, oh, you little bastard. So it's a combination of you son of a bitch or you little bastard. So yeah. What's one profession that you would love to do?
I would really like to be the guy who oils up supermodels.
Yeah. If I had any talent for it, which I'm trying to figure out, I do like to write. Whenever I get inspired, I do like to write. So I would love to be like a professional like writer, like writing novels and stuff. Like so at someday. That would be one I'd like to try. All right. What's one job that you would absolutely not want to participate in?
Cleaning up shit in a shit factory.
There you are. Mine, absolutely, without a doubt, working at a funeral home or a morgue or anything like that. It's just too creepy. Too creepy. All right, next one. If heaven exists, which me and Randall both believe in heaven, what would you like to say to God when you reach the pearly gates? What's one thing you'd love to say to him?
Thanks a lot, man. Now I'm gonna before we go on to the next question, I'm gonna ask you a question.
Well, let me answer this one. So you said thanks a lot, man. I would love. My answer would always be like kind of make a joke to God and just be like, I would love for him to look at me and say, "Boy, do we have a lot to talk about, Fears." And then like sit
Well,
down
that was gonna be my question to you.
and then sit down and like crack a beer with him and go, you know what? We do have a lot to talk about. So let's crack open a beer and let's sit down and let's have a nice talk. But I just think it would be funny. I walk in, he looks right at me, and he's like, "Boy, do we have a lot to talk about, Fears."
Yeah.
You know?
Well, my question to you was going to be, what do you want God to say to you? But a lot of people give the same stock answer, and I just think it's bullshit. They go, "I would want him to say, 'Well done, good and faithful servant.'" And I'm like, "Fuck that." What I want God to say to me when I get to heaven is, "Randy, you're going to get everything you want and more." That's what I want God to
The
say.
reason why I would love for him to say a joke to me, like, "Boy, do we have a lot to talk about, Fears," is because I love to make people laugh and I love to joke around. So I think it'd be so great if God just looked at me and just jokingly said, "Boy, do we have a lot to talk about, Fears." I think that would make me laugh hysterically. Like, I think that would be good. Or, "Hey, Fears, let's watch Sleepaway Camp," or, something hilarious like, "You've never seen Night of the Comet," or "You've never seen Chopping Mall. Let's do it right now. Let's watch it." Something funny. All right, Randall. How did I do as an interviewer?
Shitty. 0 out of 0 stars.
Wow, Randall.
-10.
Thanks for the love, man. Thanks for the love. 0. Fail.
I'm just kidding. High 9. High 9.
Thanks, buddy. I appreciate it. Well,
except for that little tangent about you stealing the mascot.
Yeah, I don't know where I went with that.
Mercenary Man was like, "How does this relate to Randy's question?"
I don't know. I forgot what we were talking about. And oh no, I asked you one of your favorite high school memories, and I was telling you one of my favorite high school memories.
Except for that tangent. That tangent knocked you down a point. It would have been a 10.
Okay.
That tangent knocked you down to a 9. I'm sorry.
Randall, it wouldn't be Fears. I love to tell stories, so it wouldn't be a Fears stream without telling at least one or two Fears stories. So yeah, I did my best. Well, I hope everybody enjoyed this. I have got to go get a shower, and I need to get something. I need to wake myself up. Right. 1, I need to get this gel out of my hair because it's starting to itch. 2, having that nap really drained me. So yeah, and I want to
go get yourself a 5-hour energy drink.
I may have to because I want to. I don't care what it is. I keep putting it off.
There are B12 shots that don't taste sour.
Well, no, I take B12. You can get the pills. From the pharmacy. I take B12. I think the reason why I'm so tired is I had a long day at the corporate office. 2,
yeah,
I was like, oh, Randall's having dinner. I'll just set my alarm. I'll have a little nap, which I did. And then my alarm clock went off, and I was like, hey, Randall, I'm going to set up the stream, blah, 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 blah.
I'm going to take a nap right now.
There you go. And I think it was such a good nap. I woke up, and now I'm a little tired. So anyway, I'm going to let you guys go because I think LC's stream has already started or it just began. So I hope everybody enjoyed me interviewing Randall. More to come. And Randall, I don't care what I'm gonna edit tonight. I'm gonna edit something tonight because I keep putting it off. And I'm gonna upload something. I don't know if it'll be a live upload or if I just upload it.
Huh? What? Huh?
Some new content up.
Yeah.
Because not making content, I mean, I'm just doing the live streams to keep the fans alive and active. But man, I haven't uploaded a video. I think the last video I uploaded.
What is Sleepaway Camo, Mercenary Man?
That's what
is that?
That's what I want.
What is Sleepaway Camo? I need to know right now.
I'm so tired. Like the nap, I'm telling you, Mercenary Man, the nap did the reverse. I was like, oh yeah, I'll get a few winks in. It's been a long day, and then I'll be like totally refreshed. Whenever me and Randall just hang out. And it did the complete opposite. Like I'm so tired, dude.
Yeah, and Fears slept one time that I came over, and he was fucking falling asleep on the fucking road, and I had to wake him up. I was like, Fears, wake the fuck up! You're gonna drive us into the road.
No, I don't know if it was on the road. I slept.
Oh yeah.
I don't know. I've never fallen asleep at the wheel, Randall. I fell asleep at your house though a couple of times because I was so tired. But yeah. Anyway, Randall, this has been fun. Randall,
has it been fun, Fears? Has it?
I had fun, Randall. We must do this again. We must do it again. What do you think? Do you want to like some time down the road ask me another 50 questions?
I'm going to ask you 100 questions, Fears.
If you want to, yeah. Nice. Oh man. Well.
Oh man.
Oh Lord. I need to get out of here. I'm gonna take a shower. I'm gonna get something to eat, and hopefully that'll wake me up. But I hope you guys enjoyed the stream. Randall, I know you were just joking. I've never fallen asleep at the wheel. Never. At all. I fell asleep at your house many times, Randall. Many times. Randall, I hope you had a good time, buddy. I hope you had a good time. I had a fantastic time. But anyway, Randall, I'm gonna let you go. But do you want to plug anything before we take off?
Contact me at CameoMan2021 and the Mirror Magic.
I like that you whispered that, Randall, out of nowhere.
Yeah.
All right. Well, guys, we're going to take off, but don't forget to check out LC's She-Hulk episode. It's already started. Check it out. And if you miss it, check out his channel. Check out my buddy Visions on exhumevisions.com. Check out Mercenary Man with all of his mercenary skills. That's right. Randall, Mercenary Man is a full-on mercenary. He's coming after you.
Oh, he's going to get his ass whooped.
Wow. Well, Mercenary Man, no love from Randall. But I don't know what to tell you. Anyway, this is Fears.
What are you talking about, Fears? I will whoop his ass with love.
Oh, with love? Okay. With love? All right. Well, there you go. With love, man. With love. Well, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to FearsMan26 and Fears Vlogs. And I hope you guys enjoyed the interview. And this is Fears, and this is Randall, and we will bid you guys a fond farewell.
Yeah.
Peace.
We'll do that shit.